Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a Swimming Wordle project that I created, other known as Swordle, as some of you guys probably mention it. But basically, it's swimming plus Wordle combined together. And if you're familiar with the games like Poeltl, which is like the NBA version of Wordle, or I don't know what the NFL version is, but yeah, basically it's kind of like a guessing game. You had 5 different guesses here. After each guess, you get certain categories of each swimmer, like their gender, nationality, age, NCAA college, or division conference, and ISL team here. So, and your goal is to try to figure out what the mystery swimmer is. So here I'll actually show you some gameplay of how it works. All right. So if I click on this list here, I have like a bunch of different swimmers in the database here. So yeah, I try to add as many popular swimmers as I could. I mean, obviously, everyone has their own like different knowledge of swimming. So obviously, I'm not the biggest swim nerd in the world. So obviously, there's probably names I'm going to be missing out. But so let's just name like a random swimmer that comes to mind. So maybe someone like Will Lacone, I guess, who swims for Texas. He swims breaststroke, and I think I am as well. So if you look at our first guest here, we do get a male swimmer from the United States, someone who is less than 28 years old, doesn't swim IM or breaststroke. Stroke swimmer, he's not a stroke swimmer, which basically means that he's not someone that specializes in the 50, 100, and 200. So maybe like a sprinter, middle distance, or distance swimmer, not from Texas or the Big 12, and doesn't swim for the LA Current. So obviously there's a bunch of different guesses I can think of. I'm gonna try to think of like a freestyle swimmer, so maybe like a distance swimmer, maybe. So maybe like Bobby Fink, but I know Bobby can swim the IM as well as Kieran Smith. So could be interesting to try to think of names. We could try Caleb Dressel. I know he's primarily a freestyle butterfly sprinter, so obviously he doesn't really fill any of those categories. So let's try Caleb Dressel, and let's see if we get closer here. Okay, so now we do get male swimmer USA. He does swim for Florida and the SEC. He's partial match for the fly free, which basically means either swims fly or freestyle, but not both. And he's not a sprinter, so maybe a distance swimmer or middle distance swimmer could be interesting, and not from the Cali Condors, and younger than 26. So could be interesting to see try to think of Florida swimmers off the top of my head. And one swimmer that comes to mind is Trey Freeman. I know he's retired, but I think he's like more of a middle distance swimmer, and he only swims freestyle. So let's see if this works. And we get even closer. So he's not in the ISL, and he's just a freestyler. Yellow in the age category means he's either 22 or 21, so within 2 years. And so it's definitely a distance swimmer now. So let's try to think of distance swimmers from Florida that never swam in the ISL, probably around 22 or 21. And with our fourth guess, I'm going to try to think of transfers. So I think Jake Mitchell, who swam for Michigan, went to Cal, and I know he's usually a distance swimmer. So let's try Jake Mitchell, and hopefully this should be it. And boom, just like that, we got it in 4 guesses. All right, so I'll play another game here. So I'll try to pick another swimmer, so maybe like Leon Marchand, who had a crazy world championships this year, breaking the world record in 400 IM. So it is a female swimmer, not from France, so older than 21, and obviously because it's not yellow, that means he's at least 24 years old or older. I did put IM or breast. I only put the 2 best strokes. Obviously we know we can swim anything, but I mean, you could debate if it's butterfly or breaststroke is his best second stroke, but I mean, doesn't really matter. Not from Arizona, and did swim in the ISL, so a lot of names that come to mind. Kind of hard to filter out. So maybe I'm thinking like a straight breaststroker, like a Cody Miller, but obviously it's a female swimmer, so it could be Lily King swimming in the ISL. We could try her. So let's do Lily King, and I don't think we're gonna we actually get on the second guess, so pretty lucky guess there. Okay, so then I'll play one more game, and then so I'll think of like Summer McIntosh, I'll put her in. So let's see what we get. So it's a female swimmer, not from Canada. I did put IM and freestyle as her two best strokes. I mean, you could put a fly in there, but obviously it doesn't really matter. Middle distance, obviously, is her best distance. Not in the NCAA, obviously, and not from the Toronto Titans, so could be interesting. Obviously, a lot older than 16, so a lot of names obviously come to mind. Maybe you could think like another breaststroker again, or maybe even a backstroker, just because those strokes are not in there. So, trying to think of like a female backstroker and not in the NCAA. So maybe like Kaylee McEwen comes to mind, but I know she's also an IMer, so doesn't really fit that criteria. Maybe think of like a breaststroker, like an Italian breaststroker or a France breaststroker. I do know there's that Italian swimmer Martina Carraro, I believe that's how you pronounce it. She's a breaststroker from Italy, and I know she's a lot older than 16, so maybe we can try her and see where we go from there. Okay, it is not a breaststroker, so it might most likely be a backstroker or a butterflyer. Yellow in the nationality column means it's not the right nationality, but it's in the same continent. So, which basically means in Europe. So, someone who's either younger than 27 or younger, and is from Europe. So, it's still kind of hard to dissect. Obviously, because I put the yellow column in here just because there's a million different swimming countries, and it would be pretty difficult to try to guess a million countries. So I'm trying to think of some Great Britain swimmers, and obviously thinking of backstroker. So I believe their backstroker is named like Harris or something, or like Medi Harris. I don't know, but I believe she's a British backstroker. So let's see if she fits the criteria, and it is her. And yeah, you kind of get the idea of how this game works. This is a daily puzzle thing. Obviously, you see here next mystery swimmer in 24 hours from now. We're basically every 24 hours is a new mystery swimmer, and you get 5 different guesses here. I was actually very lucky to get them on my second try or third try here. Some of them could be like really difficult to think about, and you might not even get it at all. So, man, you kind of get the idea how it works. And I'm also trying to find a way to make this game sort of public to everyone, so everyone can get a chance to play their own Swimming Wordle game. But as of right now, I'm not really sure. This is just a Google spreadsheet that I made this game. This is not actually some sort of like website at all. It's just Google spreadsheets. But yeah. So if you have any sort of like suggestions or ideas, or even like any other like swimmers that I can add to my swimming database, because let's see how many swimmers I have. I have about 387 swimmers. Obviously, there's a lot more swimmers in the world that deserve more recognition. So yeah, if you have any sort of suggestions, ideas, or names that I can throw out, leave them in the comments below. But other than that, thank you for watching this video, and see you guys in the next one.